Hey guys, what's up? Rajat here from VFX World. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fine. So guys, today I'll show you how you can create this amazing science fiction render inside of After Effects. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Please do subscribe my new channel, The Lifestyle Vlogs, and for the further notification, press the bell icon. So guys, we are in now After Effects version 2020, the most latest and the sexiest version ever. Okay, so in this tutorial, I'll show you how you can create this amazing loop kind of thing, and you can use it for your Instagram, Facebook, and you can show off. Okay, so if you notice, there are lots of elements, lots of color corrections and all. So before going forward, I want to show you that how I created this amazing effect. Now, this is my basic composition. As you can see, there are two adjustment layers, which are color correction layers, and these are the 3-element 3D layers. And so when you click this, let's go inside. When you click to scene setup, this is my exact scene setup. It will take some time to load. Yep, this is loaded. And if I go to the full screen mode, so this is our basic models and all. If you notice, this is really high graphics and all. So I will show you that how you can create this. I don't know exactly the same output will come or not because I did it in randomly. So okay, first of all, what you have to do, let's take a new composition. So first click here, and now if you notice, this is a square. In fact, we need like 1920 by 1920 or 1080 by 1080. For tutorial purpose, I'm using like 1280 by 1280 because it's less resolution, so it will not being crashed. So press OK, and this is our basic composition. Let's save it. And now what you have to do, you have to take a new solid layer. So right click, new solid, and name it like a element 3D or E3D. I preferred E3D because this is really short form and it's looking really nice. Okay, now always if it's not came properly like 1280 by 1280, you should click make comp size, so then it will automatically change it like 1280 by 1280. Okay, then press OK. Now I want to create a background for this, so let's create the background first. So let's name it like BG. Press OK, move it down. From here I'm taking a ramp or gradient ramp, so just drag and drop it. And now if you want to create some ramp effect, how you can create this amazing ramp effect. So first of all, from here linear to radial. Okay, so now the dark part is here, so let's click it to here, and the brightest part which will be go to here. Okay, now we have to swap these colors, so let's swap it. Now these tools are creating one kind of depth, but I need the more depth. So what you have to do, I'm click here and let's change the colors to little darkish blue and all, and then just move this little more far, and this is also. Now if you notice, it's already look like a really depth kind of thing. Okay, now the next part, element 3D part. Now click here, right click, Videocopilot element. Okay guys, I just want to tell you that this is my element 3D class 3. If you guys still not watched my last two sessions of element 3D class 1 or class 2, link is in description, and you can see in front of your screens those videos thumbnails. Just go and click and watch, those are absolutely amazing. Okay, so in this version now I have to create the scene setup. So over this scene setup, if you noticed, I have to create everything inside of this. And if you watched my last video of element 3D class 2, over there I also shown how you can create some cool science fiction spacecraft inside of element 3D by using same method. I am creating right now another part which will be look like that my previous output. Okay, so for this I am using again the motion design pack 2, and this is amazing motion design packs, and I really love this a lot. Okay, so first of all, I need all the things which are the circular parts. There's nothing will be like square or triangle or any other deformable shape, so I need everything which will be in a circular shape. So for that I am taking like tech components over there. If you notice, there are so many rings kind of thing here. Okay, so I have to do this in randomly, but I don't know it will come output how the same output or it will create the more better output. So let's take randomly. So let's take this one. So I think this is my base is okay. Now take another one. Let's see, like this one, and see it's already getting shape proper. Now move it a little down so that it will create some depth kind of thing. Okay, so now let's take one more shapes like this one, and let's make it a little more bigger like this, and obviously move it down. Now it's automatically creating some depth and depth and depth. Now I have to create some tunnels from here, which is kind of antenna kind of thing. So let's click this, and if you do it up, let's see, it's little scale it down slightly, move it down. Yup, this is looking fine. And then again, what you can suggest, let's select okay, let's select this one. This one is looking really nice. It will actually create some cool core kind of thing inside of this. So let's sorry, let's scale it a little down like this, or you can make it scale like this as well. I suggest, okay, leave it like this, and let's move it little up. Yep, this is fine. Okay, now the top part, this one is good, so let's move it to the top, and obviously it should scale down little, scale it down. Yep, this is fine. Okay, now if you want to add more volumes and all, you can add, and yeah, this is fine. Okay, now I want to create some more depth, so for that I just let's create this one, and let's move it down so that it will create one depth under this, but it's not necessary because it will not being shown in render. So let's move it a little up, and let's make it bigger like this. Yep, this is fine. And the top parts, let's turn off all this so that you can see the top part. Now I want to disable some of the parts, I don't want all the things. So let's check, okay, this one, yep, this is fine. No, this one I really needed, this is the main thing, and this is not needed, this is also not needed, and this is, no, this thing will be needed. Yeah, this is fine. So this is the main structure which I needed. So let's turn on other parts. Okay, yup, this is looking really cool. In fact, this is actually looking cooler than my last output. What you can suggest, comment down below. Okay, now I want 4 parts which will be round, which will be rotate of this what you can see, this model. So let's go to this top option, and let's zoom it back like this, and let's select what you can say, this one again, and let's move it here. Let's see how it will look like in this 3D output. Okay, this is, no, this is not good enough, so let's delete this. I suggest what you can say, actually when I'm doing this kind of thing now, I'm really confused. Okay, let's click this one. Yeah, this is fine, this is really nice. So now go to the top part. Okay, and let's move it little more depth, move it little zoom out. And now what you have to do, I have to make some symmetrical parts. So what you have to do, when you click here, just press alt, drag and drop. So now it will be a copy. Now select these two and simply press alt and just a drag, and then press E, and then simply rotate it to 90 degree. Now what you have to do, you have to make it center like this. So now what happened, it's now in center. So the 4 parts right now in center. If you want, you can add more stuffs like this, but now what I have to do, I have to add this 4 in a group, because otherwise if anything you want to add, you can add it in really easiest way. So let's select all this 4, and let's drag and drop to the group, so that it now in a group. Okay, so it will rotate, actually just I'm doing it in a group because for my output purpose. Okay, so now this is fine. Okay, now I have to do some animation steps and all. After that I'll come again, and I have lots of steps for in here to do. So let's press OK, and when you press OK, it will come here. Now for better purpose, I'm decreasing my resolution, and just press save, then right click, new, and take a new camera. Okay, so now from here, custom, I'm taking to like 35 to 50 millimeter camera is really good enough, or I think 35 is good, whatever you can use it. So I suggest let's select like 50 mm or good. So press OK. Now go to the camera view, and now what you have to do, you have to adjust your camera position. So in this kind of output, if you notice in my this output, this is a little bit rotated and it's looking really nice. So what you have to do, go to this camera settings, just go to here like this, then go to the camera option, transform option. Over there you can see there are rotations. This is X rotation, this is Y rotation, and this is Z rotation. So we need actually a Z rotation. So just rotate it in Z like this, and then just adjust your positions whatever you like to adjust it like this. So now it's looking really nice. Now if you notice the camera, let's select like 35 millimeter, or okay, this is, yeah, 35 millimeter is actually good. So let's select it like 35 millimeter, and if you want, you can add any kind of camera movements like this or anything, but in my this output I added like this, so that's why I'm taking it like this. Okay, now this is looking really nice. Okay, the settings, camera positions are absolutely good. Now what happened, if you notice, this render is actually going in a loop. If you play this, see, this is right now rotating as a loop. There is no cut. So how you can create it as a loop? This is a very easiest way. So first of all, you just have to lock your camera, because you don't need to move anything in your camera settings. The camera part is done, but yes, I have to add some depth of field, so it will open again. But in now case, there is no camera movements. Okay, so now what I have to do, go to this element 3D layer, go to this group 1. Over there you can see there are two options. One is particle replicator and one is a particle look. So over there you can see there is a rotation option is there. So just click here. If you notice, there are 3, X, Y, Z. So if you rotate it in X, it will rotate like this. If you rotate in Y, it will rotate like this. So I want this rotation. So what you have to do, select your Y rotation to as a keyframe, then select like one kind of like 3 seconds, it's good enough, and then just do simple 1. So the 1 means it will rotate and come on the same place when it will start. So press U. So in these two keyframes, values are same, so it means it will rotate as 360 and the start point and the end point should be same, so that when you click it as a loop, it will create like it continuously playing or playing and playing. Now it's just a select case. If you notice, let's play this once so that you can see this actually it's showing a loop or not. So let's buffer this. Okay, now see, it's actually creating a loop. Okay, so now what you have to do, you have to give some motion blurs and all, but before that we have to do so many things here. So first of all, what you have to do, go to the scene setup again. Now what you have to do, you have to change our what you can say environment. The environment should be more realistic, because this kind of environment is not good enough, because it will create so much light here. So go to the preset phase environments. I have some installed environments here, but you can use Videocopilot on, there is no big deal. So I have this kind of what you can say environments. So in my case, let's select, I have one, the backlight 35, which is a really amazing output, kind of blue kind of things. See, this is really awesome. Just press OK. When you click it, see, it's automatically creating a blue light and it will match to the background. So that what you have to do, you have to always adjust your colors to your background, or environment should match your background, so that it feel like it's actually in that same environment. Now go to the full resolution. Now whatever we'll do it in full resolution. Now what you have to do, you have to adjust more settings, like I have to add some what you can say ambient occlusion and all. So for that, what you have to do, you have to go to render settings, and if you notice, there are few options over there. Many people are already know about it. So now what you have to do, just go to ambient occlusion, just turn it on, so that there are some ambient occlusion. See, if you notice, there's some black parts will be created, and I just make it to the 5, so that little more effect will popped up. Okay, so now I have to add some shadows here. Now there is no light, so there are no shadows, but I have to create a light. So just press a right click, new, a light, and then I add it to the parallel light, and let's select like 500 is good enough. And the colors, like let's select like bluish kind of color, and then just press cross shadow and just press just OK. So when you click here, see, there's a light is already created. Let's go to again the quarter resolution. Then you have to move your light's position according to your this output, like background color source and the light source will be the same. So let's change to the color source to this same, and now see, it will exactly feel like this light is coming from this direction. So if you notice, you can change this kind of color to any colors, but yes, these colors is not matching to the output, because the background color and the light color is not matched. So whatever you have to do, you have to do the same colors. So I am doing the blue colors because my entire output it's in blue, so that's why I'm taking it as a blue color to my main light. And if you want, you can create some ambient light if to the create the entire lighting sequence, but I suggest just leave it. Okay, so now what you have to do, you can add so many things here. So let's go inside to the scene setup. Now what you can do to create it more realistic, to give this more realistic output. So this is very easy, to just turn off this environment so that you can see it properly. Now whatever I will do, I'll do all the glowing parts. Let's change the colors. So control and double click on that part, so that it will go to direct on this one. So now I have to change to this colors, like let's select this color. So now this is yellow is good, and let's click this one as well. Let's change it to blue yellow as well, but I need to change this as a what you can say, this blue kind of color is really amazing. It will create some cool core kind of thing. What do you guys do? And then just select this this grill as well. Just double click on this grill so that it will come to this metal part. Yep, this is the metal one. Double click on it. Now see, this is kind of, wow, this is really looking nice. Now change the color to, again, let's click it like blue or something like that. Whatever color you will choose, you should match to the glowing, it will glow. So make sure whatever color you will choose, it will exactly, when it will come to glow, it will look really well. And then select like this kind of things, this metals and all. So when you click this to yellow, no, this is not good, this is really not good. So let's select this black and glossy. Okay, this one is the light. Yep, I need to change this color to this yellow. This is fine. And this light is, I think, yeah, this one also, let's go to the change to the yellow. This is fine. And if you want to create some more kind of thing, then double click on this so that it will come to this glossiness. And if you want, you can add so many textures over there. From here you can load any kind of texture. So I have some textures map here, so let's select some metal kind of texture, and let's select this one so that it will create some cool effects inside of this. But I select don't do this because this is kind of science fiction, there are no grunge and all. So just you can adjust some glossiness, so decrease the glossiness or increase the reflection or reflection color and all. That's it. Okay, so when you're happy with this, I just want to change these colors, but just leave it because this is a tutorial purpose, so I don't have so much time to show entire thing part by part. But I hope you are already understanding that what I'm trying to do. Then just press OK. So when you click OK, see that already it's going change. Now what you have to do, I have to create some good, what you can say, depth of field here. So before going depth of field, I just want to change some more settings here. So before that, I just want to duplicate this by Control D, and let's rename it like E3D underscore glow. So this is my glow options. Just click here and go to element 3D, and over there you can see down below there are one option called output window. Just composite to go to illumination. Now what you can see, the only illuminate parts are visible here. I shown the same thing in my last video as well. Over there I also use the same process to create some glow. So now create a glow here, and then just intensity, let's make it up, radius a little more up, and the thresholds a little more down, so that it will create some cool glow inside of this. Now how to add this, just go to normal to screen. Now see, this glow is actually getting onto this up of this element 3D, or you can add lighten as well, but the screen is actually looking good. Now you can adjust the glow parts from here as well, like this. Now simple thing, you have to add some camera depth of field. From here go to full to quarter resolution, go here and go to the camera options, and let's turn on the depth of field. When you turn on the depth of field, it will automatically come. Then what you have to do, you just have to adjust it by pressing shift and drag. You can exactly move it very faster. Now increase the aperture value so that it will come like very blur. Now I want this one to in focus, so let's decrease this focus distance so that it will come in focus, and the background will go automatically in defocus. So I need this part to in focus. I actually need these areas in focus. Okay, so that's why I'm doing this. So it will take little time to get it proper. I think this is fine. Let's go to the full res. Let's see the reflections and all, it's coming properly or not. Let's see. Guys, if you notice, my last output and these outputs are a little more different, but the process is exactly same. In fact, I just want to tell you that this output is more cooler than my this one. I don't know if you guys agree or not, but I really love this output. Okay, but this is actually happened to me every time when I'm doing this kind of thing to every time. Okay, now if you notice, there are some rotations. So what you have to do, you have to give some camera motion blur so that it will look more realistic. So for that, simply what you have to do, you just have to select this two and just press this motion blur option. And now if you go to the next frame, if you notice, there is some motion blur will be created here. Now it will take some time to render because this is very hi-fi right now. There are so many things like camera depth of field, two compositions are right now open. Now see, I'm just turn on my depth of field here like this. I'm just turned off my depth of field so that you can see the motion blurs here. See, this is the actual motion blur to here. This is actually, now if you notice, there are very like you can see 2-3 parts here. This is really amazing that how I created. I just show you, this is the happening only the motion blur option. So when you click here to the motion blur, you can see there's a comp setting. So just go to the on, when you click on, there is shutter angle will be popped up and the motion blur samples here. So just click shutter angle and just press it 80. Then what you can see, it's automatically going decrease. It will take some time. See, this is going decrease, and if you increase the motion blur samples to 8, it will create some more cool blurred kind of motion blur. So it will really helpful. Now just simply go to again to fit view and just turn on your depth of field and then just press OK. And when you're happy with this, the next part will be the most interesting part of mine, which is my favorite, color correction. And guys, trust me, if you are not doing color correction properly, it will never come your output in your good way. So what you have to do, you have to do the color corrections. So just right click, new adjustment layer. So then just right click, color correction, curves. So let's color correct it like this. I'm just want it a little darker, so just make it, increase it like this. Now it seems like very dark kind of thing. And then just increase the blue little bit so that it feel like a really amazing kind of thing. Then decrease the red or increase the red little bit. If you wish, you can do it. And now the last part, let's right click, new one more adjustment layer. Then that I just want to create some lens flare. So just create a lens flare. So just drag and drop the lens flare here, and just simply I want to use a 35mm prime lens. So then just click it to here. Now this is the lens flare which is actually being created here. So guys, in this way you can create this amazing things like this. If you could play this, now I rendered it, I did it lots of things here, I added so many colors and all, so that the output looks really amazing. But trust me, this output is also same process, same things. If you want to do more stuffs like this, it will create the more good output. Okay guys, I hope you really enjoyed this amazing science fiction render of Element 3D class 3. And if you really like this video, then don't forget to subscribe this channel VFX World, because we are very near to cross 10k subscribers on YouTube. And don't forget to follow me on my Facebook, Instagram handles. Link is in description. Just go and follow me, and I will see you in my next video. Till then, have fun, stay healthy, keep rocking VFX World.